Hi everybody, I'm Paul Southwick from Hallmark Aviation. We're Technam dealers in Melbourne, Australia. We are today at Essendon Airport at Platinum Aviation, and we're going to be washing a really dirty aeroplane, making it look like new. So behind me we have a Technam P2006T Mark II. You can see it's a twin-engine aircraft, high wing. It's a great little trainer, one of the most popular trainers in the world. It's a 4-seat aircraft. As you can see, high wing, which is great in Australia. If you're landing on a strip with stones or a dirty runway, the wings and the engines and the propellers are well up off the ground. This aircraft will fly at about 135 to 145 knots, can fly for 5+ hours, and it only burns about 40 litres an hour in total fuel. As you can see, it's a 4-seater, lovely aircraft, retractable undercarriage. Yeah, beautiful aeroplane. So we're going to wash that today. That's just a little bit of a brief introduction to the aeroplane.
Hi guys, I'm Haseeb from SONAX, and today we'll be cleaning this airplane. So the first step we'll do is we'll hose off all the majority of the dust and dirt and stuff like that, and then we'll be going over with our Multi-Star. So the Multi-Star we introduced earlier, it's our all-purpose cleaner. It's very material compatible, so it'll be a very safe cleaner to use on these surfaces, but sometimes you need that maximum type of like cleaning power to get rid of those like bugs and stuff on the leading edge of the wings. So we'll start with that. So just start with giving it a gentle spray off. All right, so it's super important that this first step that we take here is with a gentle but powerful cleaner. So because we want to avoid all types of corrosion. If we're using a very acidic or heavily alkaline cleaner, we'll be promoting corrosion in all parts of the plane. So that's where Multi-Star comes in really good. It's a concentrate, so we've obviously mixed it at 1 to 10 here to be fairly sort of powerful, but still safe on the plane. So what we'll do is all the areas that have some sort of contaminant on them or like a insect or anything like that, we'll spray them down and let that sit for a little bit. So what we're gonna do now that the Multi-Star's sat there for a bit and like softened up all of that debris and whatnot, we've made a bucket with a bit of Gosh shampoo in there. So this is a 1 to 200 concentrate. So 1 litre really gets you like 200 litres of airplane wash solution. And what we've done here is in this bucket, we've got a multi-sponge, which has got the slightly more abrasive side and the ultra soft side. So the slightly more abrasive side can be used to loosen up all of that dirt on the leading edge and stuff like that. But if there's something that's really stubborn, we can also use our specific insect sponge, which is covered in foam right now. But this has got a specific sort of grits in there, which will pick up those insects and stuff like that really nicely. So what we'll do is with these insects and stuff like that here, we'll grab our insect sponge and just gently massage on them until they're gone. With the Multi-Star having done the pre-work here, it's very easy to get these bugs off. Now we just do that for the rest of the plane as well.
One of the other things that I guess is a nuance of cleaning the airplanes is just how many different materials can be in the same space. See, you've got a natural composite propeller, which is mostly wood, with a rubber leading edge to there, and then you actually got a metal leading edge here. It's all painted. You got painted here, and then this is actually a composite here, and then you've obviously got many different metals, aluminium, magnesium, certain cast metals all through the engine, along with more rubber hosing. So in this one area here, you've got 5 or 6 different materials that all need to be protected.
But yeah, that's the general gist of it. And we'll just use the brush to agitate that dirt, get it loose all over, and then after that we'll hose it off. So now that concludes our cleaning session. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dry the entire airplane. So to dry the airplane, we're going to use this really high grade silicone blade, which prevents any like scratches or anything like that. But we'll only be using that on our painted surfaces. And after that, we'll be following up with our drying towel. So to get the majority of the water off, we just use this blade here. So now that's gotten rid of approximately 90% of the water. That's when we go over with our drying towel, which will then get the rest of that off. So we've dried the whole airplane. We've got these micro pebbles left all over the airplane with like these very slight sort of marks, which you wouldn't be able to see on paint, but on this Perspex window, you can see it a little bit. So that's why we're going to go over with our clear glass. This is sort of our on-the-go size, but we also have it in a 10 litres. So what we do is we spray it over this, and this Perspex is a very gentle sort of surface. So what we need to do is we have an ammonia-free glass cleaner. Very important, otherwise we can damage this. And then, so on the outside, I'll give it a vertical wipe, and on the inside, I'll give it horizontal wipes to make sure if we have any streaks left at the end, we know which side to attack them from as such. So the cloth I'm using here is it's a cotton-based microfiber, which is specific to make sure that we don't scratch the surface as well. And now for the very final touches, we're using Brilliant Shine Detail. It's like a polymer type sealant. It leaves a bit of paint protection for the next 3 or so months on your vehicle, on your airplane, and makes it much easier to clean the next time you go to clean it as well. Give it a nice, good spray on the surface sort of thing. And then we use our Plushiest microfiber, just go over the surface, spread it until we have a nice streak-free finish as well. Gives an extra layer of protection too, which can minimize paint oxidation and corrosion in certain spots as well. It's also silicone-free. So to maintain and clean this leather, we use our leather care milk. It's got the jojoba oil in it, which is like a really nice way to nourish the leather and keep it as soft as possible. And this is a very good way to maintain it because it's also pH neutral. So what I do with it is I use our leather brush, give it a nice spray, and then I give it like a light brush, which gets rid of that dirt, but it also lets the conditioner basically go into the pores of the leather and soften it up. We'll just use our microfiber and wipe off the residue that's left on the surface. And that's an excellent way to treat the leather and give it a nice matte new finish at the end.
Hey, Lockie, we are done now with the job. We cleaned the entire airplane. Really, job very well done. Thank you very much for your support. Your input was critical to get this airplane properly cleaned. We learned a lot. We could have been a bit more systematic in the process, but I think the final result speaks for itself. A good car care chemical does wash an airplane extremely well too. So we're proud of that result. We brought practically everything into action except we didn't polish anything, but the overall result we are happy with that.
Thank you very much.
So practically the aeroplane now looks brilliant. One of the great features Paul has pointed out at the beginning, the high wing makes it a little bit easier for us to clean underneath. So we learned a lot about cleaning the aeroplanes from you, Paul. Really appreciate your time and your guidance in this. What do you feel now about this little episode of cleaning an aeroplane?
Well, I think my comment was I knew it would be good, but I didn't know it would be this good. We sell aeroplanes, we demonstrate aeroplanes, so it's always nice that someone's looking at an aeroplane if it looks brand new. And this aircraft's gone from being a year old, a little bit dirty, not as dirty as we realized until we cleaned it, but now it looks like brand new, like it just came out of the factory. So I'm very impressed with the quality of the finish. You can feel it when you touch it. It's just beautifully smooth. There's no imperfections. Not just the paint work, but the quality of the cleanliness of the Perspex. As a pilot, you want it to be perfectly clear. You don't need dots or marks on there, so that's perfectly clear. They've done a little bit of treatment on the wheels as well. The tyres have come up really well, so I don't think we could be happier, and I think we've shown that it's definitely worth investing a little bit of time and money in the very best products from a company like SONAX, because it really makes a massive difference to the quality of your aircraft. So whether you're someone looking to sell aircraft like us, or a private owner who wants to be really proud of their aircraft, or it could be a car, but in our case in aircraft, I think SONAX are great products to use, and we'll certainly be using them, and we won't be just using a brush and a bit of dishwashing liquid anymore. We know better now. Thanks very much.
Hey, Paul, it's been an absolute pleasure. You're a real legend. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to the whole team.
Airplane maintenance can be quite easy if you do it regularly. So what we did today was a very straightforward wash, and then we sealed it off with brilliant shine detailer, and that'll make it much easier for the next time we wash it. So this is all you really need to do to keep up the maintenance on the airplane in terms of cleanliness. Thanks for watching, guys. You can find more information at sonax.com.au.